All right. What's going on, Giants fans? If you live in the southern New Jersey area or New York or anywhere on the East Coast right now, you think it's summer outside, but it's not. It is 92 degrees. It is 92 degrees outside. I am sweating. If you didn't know, last year I had a house fire because we lost our heater and air conditioning during the winter. It sucked, but I got a nice new and improved Carrier HVAC system. 13 grand later, this thing pumps air, but it is still too hot. I have it set at 70. I feel like an old dad now that I am an old dad, dealing with the thermostat. Don't touch the thermostat. I touch the thermostat. If it wasn't so hot out, I'd lower it to 66, but there is no way in 92-degree weather it's ever going to reach that temperature. This is why I love winter. Besides the point, it's hot. We got a little bit of hot news, a little hot stove action. On the Pat McCaffe show today, Adam Schefter was a guest. They were talking about the draft, the first round, how these quarterbacks, Bo Nix and J.J. McCarthy, went early. And then they talked about the New York Giants pick at number 6, where they stayed and selected LSU star-studded wide receiver Malik Nabers with the 6th overall pick, giving Daniel Jones, or whoever may that be quarterback be next year for the New York Giants, a true number 1 receiver. Now, as you know, the Giants offered the Patriots, before the 3rd selection was made, their 1st overall pick this year at number 6, and their 2025 first-round pick. The Patriots said no. They also rejected a trade proposal by the Minnesota Vikings. They stayed at 3 and selected UNC's quarterback Drake Maye with the 3rd overall pick. 3 picks later, the Giants selected Malik Nabers, and this is where we stand today. But apparently around the league, or Adam Schefter, is not official. We don't know how Joe Schoen operates. He plays poker. He's Texas Hold'em. He's like Chris Moneymaker with the shades on. He doesn't show his hand. A lot of people are saying the reason why they are saying this and not the other thing is to protect Daniel Jones' feelings, not have him down, keep his mental health up. So apparently the rumor is the Giants weren't really throwing those trade picks, those trade proposals at the Patriots to select the quarterback Drake Maye. They wanted Joe Alt. They wanted the tackle out of Notre Dame, the big guy, the big hog molly. Apparently they wanted him, according to Adam Schefter. Other people are saying it was to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Who knows the truth? All I know is we're stuck with Daniel Jones for at least one more year. So all you fans that are hating on the Giants draft picks because we didn't get a quarterback, listen. If Joe Schoen were to draft a quarterback like a J.J. McCarthy at number 6 and he sucked, the Giants fans would never live it down. Just like they have not lived the Daniel Jones pick at number 6 5 years ago. The Giants know that this team is far from a quarterback away from being great. Let's get weapons. Let's get pieces. And that's exactly what Joe Schoen did. 4 of at least the 5 picks in this year's draft class for the Giants will start and play immediately. Tyler Nubin likely will play immediately, maybe even start over Jalen Mills. You got Malik Nabers, clearly the number 1 receiver on the depth chart. 100 by none. By God, he is so good. Just wait and see. When a player's ceiling says they're Justin Jefferson as a pro player comparison, you take that player 10 out of 10 times. So you might be pissed we didn't leave the draft with a quarterback. You might be pissed that we didn't select any offensive lineman in this year's draft. And I'll tell you this, like I've told many other people, that I can't believe the Giants are the only team ever to not take an O lineman or a D lineman in the draft at all. What do we get out of 5th, 6th drafts, 6th-round picks from offensive linemen? Those guys are never good. Rarely ever. So, yeah, I would rather Joe Schoen take guys like a safety, like a slot corner from Kentucky that has blazing speed. I'd rather those picks than an offensive lineman that may play if the guy in front of him gets hurt. So give Joe Schoen the benefit of the doubt. These guys spend more time, hours. They spend more time reviewing these guys' film and these guys' game tapes than we spend sleeping. So relax, let the professionals do their job, and if they don't do their job right, This will be another cycle of the New York Giants. A new GM and a head coach will be in here in 2 short years. But let's not root for that. I really feel like a lot of these fans on this Facebook chat that I'm in, this Facebook group, NY Giants, whatever, these guys, like, are they Giants fans? Because they seem like they want to be right. And if that means the Giants sucking and Daniel Jones never becoming good, they feel some Napoleon complex about themselves that, you know what, my team sucks, but at least I was right. Like, what do you get out of it? And I used to be guilty of that with the Giants. I kind of still am with the Mets, but that's because the Mets just give me nothing but heartbreak year in and year out. And baseball is just an infuriating sport to begin with. So I'm probably going to be that way for the Mets until they show me a World Series championship. But with the Giants seeing 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime, seeing 3 total, 5-0 in NFC title games, I've had more success as a football fan than probably 90% of all NFL fans. And just look at it that way. Yeah, it may suck right now, but maybe in a couple years we'll be good. But there's been fans their whole lives that never saw any winning. The Chicago Cubs went 106 years without winning a World Series. So it could be worse. It could be worse. As always, let's go Giants.